Alright guys, here's my new video for the 1045 report. Thanks for visiting here on Facebook. I had somebody that contacted me that wanted me to go through the 15-minute slingshot for the QQQ. So I'm just going to quickly go through it, and while I do have the benefit of hindsight because I could see what happened on the chart, I just want to explain to you how I see things as we go forward in time. So let's start here on March 3rd. Alright, you can see here how the color change happened, but I don't like it unless it stays close. I call this the power line, okay, the red and green. When there's a sudden changeover and the things jump, that means things are going to get squirrely. You know what I mean? You're going to get in here and it's actually going to go sideways on you. You're not going to make money. I don't like that. So it turns green here. You can see it jumped. Now, by the way, you know something's going to happen, that it's going to change colors when you start seeing the candles go golden, okay? So if you look here at the end of this run here, you can see that there's no golden candles, and that's signal continuation. If you do see a golden candle and then you see some blue candles and they're dispersed in it, that usually means things are going to keep going in the direction you were. So you see some blue candles right here, and so then it just kept going. But here, no blue candles. A lot of golden candles usually means the end of the run and get ready for a switch over. Now, it did switch over here, but the candles are now away from the power line, and I don't like that. Now you can see it just got squirrely here, and I just stayed out. And now my thinking is, when it jumps up from the power line like that, I'm just going to wait for the color to change again. This is just an aberration. It's going to get squirrely. I don't touch it. Now you can see over here there was some blue candles. Even though we're not in this, I'm just showing you as a benefit of example that it's probably going to keep going, because you see little blue candles in here in the gold, and it does. And then right here, here's some more golden candles. Don't see any blue. Usually means there's going to be a change, and here's the change. Now, nice thing is, at the change, right against the power line are candles. That's the thing I want to get in that. I don't want to get into something like this, all right, where it changes and it's up in the air away from the power line. That usually means squirrely action. Right here, it's against the line. Good time to get in, and boom. And I usually with the slingshot system, I only go for between 2 and 3 days, and then I stop and I wait for the color change. Why is this? Because when a color changes, there's a lot of pressure to go the direction of the new color, which usually starts to peter out the longer it stays in that color. Okay, with the exception of here, there was a new thrust in the market because of some blue candles over here. But I usually just stay in for 1 or 2 days of drops. So here's day 1, here's day 2, and then see by day 3 it starts to fizzle. I try to go for 2 days of drops. So if I go day 1, then day 2 doesn't do anything, then I figure, well, maybe day 3. However, here it was day 1 and day 2, I'm good. I'm done. So I'm sitting there waiting for green to show up. Although this was a long one here, because this was really the beginning of the crash, so it stayed red for an unusually long amount of time. What you can do is, if you're in a color for a long time and you see some golden candles and you see some blues, that signals continuation. So you might want to go ahead and wait for the end of that day or the next, and maybe it'll be a drop. But typically when there's a new color change, I tend to just do 1 to 3 days, and then I just set it out. Because I'm doing other stuff. This for me right now is an aside. This isn't my main system. Okay. Now you can see here, here's a blue candle, but then it stayed golden, so something was probably going to change. But I'm waiting it out anyway, because I already got my 1 to 2 days before over here. So it turns green, but what do you see? The candles are away from the power line. I don't touch it. Now if you'd stayed in, you'd be like, hey, this doesn't work. It's going down too much, and that's not right. Well, it's because it wasn't at the power line, so it was a squirrely time. Right here, kind of a hard call. Kind of close to the power line, not really. Dropped too much too quick, I think. I probably would have stayed out of it. Now if I had right here decided it's a golden candle, even though it's red. Generally I don't get into it when the candle's still gold from the previous color switch, and if you look straight up here, it's still gold, it's in the red. I usually stay away from it. I usually wait for the first non-golden normal colored candle, which would be right here. But where's this? Too far away from the power line. Wouldn't touch it, would wait it out. Wait for the next color. Okay, now here's an example of, I'd switched over. It's too far away from the power line. However, as I waited, it comes down to the power line. Okay, now you can choose to jump in now, because now you're at the power line, and there's no golden candles anywhere around here, so I may have done that. I may have gotten in here. Now the thing is, the next 2 or 3 days I haven't seen any real big drops or climbs, so I probably, I wouldn't have really lost anything, but I really wouldn't have gained anything either. I usually, again, like to be in it 1 to 3 days. No action, no action, no action. Screw it. I'm going to wait for the next color. Nothing's happening in this one. Here's some golden candles. Does it look like it's going to change? Oh, here's a blue candle, meaning continuation, but still I'm sitting out. Let's go over here. Now, it changes, and where are we at now? April 1st. You can see the color change here. I don't like it. The first one's a golden candle. You don't do anything with that. Next colored. Look, it's too far away from the power line. I probably wouldn't play with it. And as it turns out, as you can see, it's kind of goes sideways on you. No thanks. Let's wait for the next color. So, probably wouldn't do anything here either. If I really wanted to follow my system to a T, it's too far away from the line, so I'm sitting it out. I'm sitting it out. There's some blue candles, continuation, and then here's something interesting that I'd like to talk about. When you see a whole bunch of these stamps, like green arrows in a row with blue candles right here, see, it looks like it's going like boop 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 boop. You just see a bunch of green candles all pretty much in a flat row like this with blue candles in there. That usually means an up's coming, an up jump day. So if I see something like that, let's see, what time of day did it stop at? About 1 o'clock. You might, this is like 1 p.m. and you might, the market closes to 2 hours later, you might want to jump in here and see how it goes. But I've seen that several times before, and next time I see grouping like this, I'll let you guys know in another video. But again, look for a situation like this, bunch of arrows, looks like rapid stamps of arrows, and then look for blue candles interspersed in there. It usually means up. All right, so we're waiting for the next color. And here's another one where you get screwed. It turns to red, golden candles, but the first normal candle, it's way too far away from the power line. No, okay. And then you start seeing golden candles here. That usually means a change is coming. And here's one where I would probably get taken. Okay, again, this isn't going to be perfect, so I'd say close enough. I'd get in, and it would drop. It wouldn't do the right thing. And here's a place where I know that this was wrong. Usually, when a new color happens, you're not supposed to get golden candles for a while, okay? Because it's a new color and it's a new push in a new direction. The golden candles usually don't start happening till over here, okay? And it's usually a lot of push at the beginning. And when you get in something and you start seeing golden candles immediately, just get out. That means there's no like big push, and there's like no normal pressure behind it to go in the new color direction, and that means it's just going to start skipping back and forth. You don't want that. So we're out, and here we are to today. What I get in here? Nope. Golden candles. First candle way too far away from the power line, and that's how you play the 15-minute. It's not going to be too common that you're in with the 15-minute. I saw maybe 2 or 3 times in the last 2 months, but it's something to do on the side. And again, this isn't the main thing that I do. I just have this on the side, and I check it occasionally to see, can I get in and score a quick profit for 1 to 3 days on a new color. So that is the video for this, the CMSLingshot. Again, you won't be using this for your main trading, because you're just going to basically be doing a lot of sitting around and waiting for 2 months for your 3 opportunities. Instead, I will make another video coming up where I show you what I do during the day. And to give you a little hint, what I do is, well, that sounds weird. Let's go back here and I'll show you, I'll give you a little preview of what I do during the day. Go to this. I day trade XLF. okay? And I use this chart system. I day trade this, and basically I stick between the arrows, okay? I stick between the arrows. I day trade it. The drops will happen overnight, and I usually go about 2 weeks out with the option strikes. I day trade 2 weeks out, and I take profits, and I like rebuy, and I take profits, and I follow the colored line here between the arrows, and I just trade like that. And it's nice with this because the contracts, even at the money, are like, you know, $0.50 to $1, so it's a pretty nice price. So I do that during the day, and then end of day, I trade QQQ. Let me get that up. With the 15-minute and the 3-minute to see if there's going to be any like sudden drop or change overnight. So that's basically what I do. I do the day trade at XLF, and then, you know, half hour before market close, I check the 3-minute charts, and I check the QQQ 15-minute charts to see if there's going to be like a sun reversal overnight, and then I get out and I reposition myself 10 minutes before close for that gap jump in the morning, the next morning. And in my next video, I will show you how I do that, and then pretty much you're going to know everything I know regardless of the market and how I trade it. And there's other little specifics again where, you know, the DMV line, yeah, I'd like to have things underneath it and inside of it, and I don't like these things when, you know, lines like this go straight. That usually means dead air activity, and I don't like trading that. And, you know, again, I will have to show you some specifics with that. So, all right, guys, thanks a lot for watching my video, and I will talk to you later.